Morning again. Uh, Felt like discarding the filthy rags this morning. Something nice about the snow is that it has a cleansing effect on both the air and on the ground. I had a friend tell me once it was frustrating to see all the biblical references to whiteness being associated with righteousness. And I can relate to that. But as we've said before, bi just means two. And the world is not binary. Spectrums are all around us. Just like Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis. We can either choose to see the world through an eternally broken lens, or through the eyes of an impenetrable spirit. In 1 Samuel 15, verse 22, it says, "And Samuel said, Hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He hath also rejected thee from being king." And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. Chinks Drugs has a song, Voices in My Head. Rest in power to him. Though I do have a great love for Chicago, New York is in my heart as well. There's always a temptation in us to replace our obedience with extravagant burnt offerings and sacrifices. When you love a woman and she's with another man, when she comes back and tells you how much she loves you, that statement itself becomes the greatest insult you'll ever hear. So, I do my best not to disrespect anybody that way. As defender, my loyalty is to the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. Sometimes obedience is sacrifice. Dr. Jordan Peterson describes meekness as having the ability and willingness to wield a sword, but keeping it sheathed nonetheless. Those who cannot do are often relegated to teaching. I've told you before, many of my decisions have been motivated by fear. Including the inception of this company. The desire to make a bunker so that our truth will not be exposed is prevalent in all humanity. But I also think that the only reason that the crown is so heavy is that the sword that hangs over the king is weighted by the Spirit of God. And on the track, there have been moments where I have felt the peace of God. Just touched it for a bit. Even for a moment. It was beautiful. And I thank God for the privilege of life, if only for that moment. There is a legend that the Lord made time move backwards for a man. We cannot rely on legends. We cannot even trust our own senses anymore. The samurai must honor his master. Regardless of the cost. When my time comes, I pray that I meet it with the honor of a warrior. So that my sons know that we too are worthy of the peace of heaven. I believe this is an honorable death. When you fast, do not contort your face. Because your reward will only be here on this earth. We are here only for a moment. And the agents of chaos that oppress us are temporary in their office of power. And also limited because of the hedge of protection that has been placed around us. I am still here. And so is Texas movement. I thank God that He has given me something that is worthy of both life and death. And with His permission, I would like to see it through. And I pray that the Lord would see it as obedience rather than sacrifice. And I pray you do as well. Be strong today. Grab your demon by the throat and let him know who is in charge.